Hello, these are the notes for SQE number 5, which is on page 141 of your book. Again, if you have any questions from the homework, let me know and I'm happy to work them out for you. And if you have any questions about the video, you can ask me as well. So to multiply radicals, you do outside numbers and inside numbers. All right, so let's talk about outside numbers. 4 and 3 are outside numbers. If we multiply them together, I get 12. And then if I go inside numbers, I get root 2 times root 2, which is root 4, but you know that root 2 times root 2 has to be 2 because they're the same radical. So my answer to this is just 24. This next problem, letter B over here, we're going to double distribute. So the negative 2 goes here, and it goes here. Now realize here I really have a 1. So I have negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Negative 2 times root 15 is negative 2 root 15. And then I also have to multiply the root 3 times 4 and times root 15. And realize there's a 1 up front, so this is going to give me 4 times 1 root 3, so that's going to give me plus 4 root 3. Then if I go root 3 times root 15, 3 times 15 is 45, so I wind up with a root 45. Once you get to this point, we want to start taking a look. Are there any places that maybe we could reduce? Will 15 break down into a perfect square? Well, the only things that go into 15 are 1, 3, 5, and 15. None of those are perfect squares, so that's going to stay as is. Same thing with 3. 3 will not break down any further. But what's the square root of 49? Yeah, it's 8. So then I have this, or it's 7, excuse me. Square root of 49 is 7. Okay, so 7. Now I can combine, these are two like terms. So negative 8 minus or plus 7 is negative 1, but nothing else will combine because it has a different radical with it. So it just comes out to this for an answer. Okay. Letter C, we're going to distribute over the parentheses. So 2 is an outside number, so it multiplies to only outside numbers. So that's going to be 6 square root 2 plus 2 times 5, which is 10. And that's as far as I can go with my answer. Well, think about this. How many 10 root 2's am I dealing with because of this? Well, yeah, there's 2 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just a little advance. This is going to go to both of these. Okay? So then I get 10 squared root 2 squared. Well, what's 10 squared? That's 10 times 10, which is 100. What's the square root of 2 squared? Well, 2 squared is 4, so what's the square root of 4? It's 2, so my answer to this is 200. You feel okay about this? Okay, so when we add or subtract, so to add or subtract, you must combine like radicals. And we might refer to radicals as like terms. That's an S there. So notice I have a root 2 and a root 2. So if we add these together, 3 plus 8 is 11, and then the root 2 comes along. It doesn't change. It's like an x. So if this was 3x and this was 8x, it would come out to be 11x. So we're treating the radical as like a variable, a letter. Letter F, it doesn't appear they can add together, but can I break 8 down into a perfect square? Yeah, 4 times 2 is 8. So now we go through and we start breaking things down. So 3 root 2 stays alone, plus, what's the square root of 4? It has a 2 that comes out. So 6, this outside 6 and this outside 2 multiply to give me 12 root 2. Now I have a root 2 on both, so 3 plus 12 is 15. 15 root 2 is our answer. What do you think about letter G? I bet you I could break 45 down. What does 45 break down to? Yeah, 9 times 5. 9's the biggest perfect square in there. It also would have been 3 and 15, but neither 3 or 15 are perfect squares. Then let's break 20 down. What perfect square times another number gives me 20? Yeah, 4, so I get 4 times 5. Okay, so what's the square root of 9? That's 3, so 3 comes out, gets multiplied with that 5, so I get 15 out there, 15 root 5, minus, what's the square root of 4? Yeah, it's 2. Let's multiply those, so 2 times 2 is 4, and then the root 5 stays behind. Notice I'm subtracting. I have both on root 5, so 11, or 15 minus 4, or 15 subtract 4, is 11, and I get 11 square root of 5. Okay, if it has an exponent, we already done one like this, but let's just do it. Distribute exponent to outside and inside. Okay, so as I said, it's going to come here and it's going to come here. So that's going to give me 2 squared and then 2 squared, root 2 squared. Okay, so 2 squared is 4, and then inside is going to give me root 4. Well, what's root 4? Yeah, it's 2. So then I just multiply 4 times 2 and I get 8. Let's try letter I. This comes here and here, so I'm going to get 5 squared and 3 squared. 5 squared just comes out to 25. Inside is going to become square root 9. What's the square root of 9? Yeah, 3. And then I multiply 25 times 3, and I get 75 for an answer. So make sure you're asking me any questions you might come across. Okay, sometimes you can get a little lost on these things, so stop me, get my attention, happy to come help you. Your homework for tonight will be page 143 and 144, and I think you will be able to do 1 through 18. Actually, let's do 1 through 20. 1 through 20. Don't panic if you're not able to do number 20 or number 19 and number 20. Don't panic. I will make sure I go over those in class for you. Have a nice day.